Right then, let's give this moto vlogging a little bit of a go. See if I can't crash while I'm talking to you. So I'm going to talk about my new S1000XR, which I picked up 2 weeks ago, while we go up to the bulk in South Wales. I have a tendency to waffle, so I'll try and keep it short. It's a lovely sort of like autumn day. Has been raining, but it's drying up a lot. Got heat grips on it too, so hands are nice and toasty. I should be able to get a cup of tea when we get up to where we're going. Nice, like it, thanks mate. Okay then, so yeah, S1000XR 2022 triple black. Picked it up 3 weeks ago, well two and a bit weeks ago now. And I want to go just about the reason why I bought it, what I had before, and yeah, why I like the bike. So a bit of previous riding history. Up until July I had a speed triple type bike, nice naked, really liked it, white in colour, arrow cans, stunning bike, but really just a weekend bike, commute back and forth to work in the summer. I know people say you can tour on them and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, didn't float my boat. Just a little bit too far forward, uncomfortable on long journeys and in the wind and weather. I was lucky through work that I had to do a couple of courses that were a couple of months long, in and around where I live, which is obviously South Wales. And the bike that I was using for those courses was the Gen 1 S1000XR. So I'd never ridden the bike before. I just, you know, used my speed triple and went on the course. I was amazed how well the bike handled, how comfortable it was, how well it protected me from the weather, and we had shit weather on the course, and how safe it made me feel, and I was sort of like being pushed to my riding ability to make progress, and yeah, the bike was really capable, really confidence inspiring. I had a couple of moments, but that was more to do with weather than the bike, and I think, if I'm being honest, the bike was a big factor in helping me pass the courses. So from that point then I was like, oh, I need an XR. So by then the Gen 2 version had come out and I really liked the Gen 2 version. I liked the front end, it looked stunning, but wasn't overly blown away on the colours. And every time I rode my speed triple I came back to that. I want an XR, I want an XR. I could go faster, I would be smoother, I'd be a better rider, and every time I got my speed triple I'd be like, oh, I'm going to crash in the wet, I got no ABS, I'm going to crash, I got no traction control, I'm going to crash. Just typical bloke thing of trying to justify getting a new bike. So I popped into M&P's in Cardiff just to have a look at pricing, and it's an expensive bike, I won't bullshit you, it's an expensive bike, but with a decent deposit, the bike works out probably about a good night on the piss once a month. So along with justifying why I needed the XR over my speed triple, I thought, well, I could not go out on a night out, and I got myself a new bike. Wasn't blown away with the colours though. So the three colours they had at the time was the grey and red, which is nice, but I think the grey's a little bit too what would you say, in your face on the side panels. The side panels are quite big, so I was like, no, I don't want that. The white I think would date, so I wasn't overly keen on that. And the grey, I like the ice grey, I think it was called. However, again, because of the side panels, to get the best combo going, I'd have to have the carbon package, and that would add an extra £2 onto the price of the bike. So I went home, and luckily for me, that same week they released the 2022 colours, and I saw the triple black, and I was like, yeah, that's the bike I want. That is the bike I want. Triple black, very understated, very classy looking. I think stealthed out bikes look really awesome anyway. So I went straight down to M&P's and put a deposit on the bike. So I was told I'd have a build date of around September, the middle of September, expect the bike. So I was like, okay, I got July, 2 months of riding. So I'll get rid of the speed triple at an overly inflated price. That means I can pretty much ride the speed triple until it comes, and if I need to lower the price at the time, I need to lower the price. So put it on way over probably what the guide price was for it, and oh my god, it sold in 2 days. So some lovely guy Devon, and well into Triumphs, and I hope he's loving the bike. It was a nice bike. I couldn't afford to keep the two, so she had to go. So then I was bikeless. I was able to ride the bikes in work, but it's not the same. So I had to wait until September. I had a phone call closer to September saying that due to the problems in Germany with the flooding, that the build date had been put back to October, middle of October. I was like, oh my god. So a couple more months until the bike would turn up, so I thought, right, okay, I'm not going to be spending the money on the bike, so let's see what options I can put on the bike. That, you know, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it right and get it done once, instead of having to put upgrades on later when I get the bike. So I spec the sports exhaust, the Akrapovic, which to me is, you know, it's a really nice looking sounding exhaust. It's not the full system, but it does the trick. I put the lower lights on down there, one for visibility, two because I think it looks cool, and looks are everything. You know, safety is probably ranks at number 3. Cool looks rank at say 10. So I then decided that I'd go for the high screen, so I went for the high screen, just to keep me out of the wind. Wish I'd gone tinted, but probably that'd be an upgrade later on in life. And then I opted for the tyre pressure sensors, which you can see on the dash, and I opted for that because I'm pretty lazy when it comes to maintenance on the bike, etc. So a quick way of just checking that everything's alright before I go for a ride was probably the best thing to do. So October came and I got the bike, and needless to say, I was blown away of how well the triple black looked, and I think I made the right choice in colour. So why did I choose the S1000XR over, you know, all the other bikes? Well, I pretty much, after my courses was sold on the Gen 1, and pretty much sold on BMW. I was like, yeah, I like BMW, I like the range, It's good build quality. They are expensive, but you get for what you pay. So so I looked at a couple of the bikes, test drove a couple of them, so I put them into sort of like boxes that I could turn around and say, right, okay, the R90, lovely looking bike. If I had loads of money, I'd have one in the garage as a weekend riding bike, but class it as my speed triple, a naked bike, uncomfortable for touring, for me anyway, and discounted it. Same as the S1000R, and I do like the S1000R. I think in red it looks stunning, but naked bike, sports orientated, no thanks. So I discounted that. Took an S1000RR out to ride for test drive, and really liked the bike. I thought, you know, looks wise it was on point, performance was on point, but I was going to kill myself. The power in that bike is amazing, and it's just a riding position. Everything about it says, cane me, go on, you can do it. So I was like, nope, I don't want the S1000RR. Looked at the RS1250, took one out for a drive, loved the front end on it, looked stunning. Wasn't overly sold on the 2022 colours, so I was like, a bit more sporty seating position, and the way the sat nav for the Garmin 6 was bolted onto the handlebars just looked like an add-on, so discounted that. GS, looked at the GS, a couple of mates have got the GS and they rave about it. I think it's an aggressive looking bike, got a bit of an image problem, I reckon, in that it's the Ranulph Fiennes of bikes. Look at me, oh no, sorry, the Bear Grylls of bikes. Look at me, I go adventuring, I got all my rocket kit on, all my panniers, loads of lights and stickers, and I drive back and forth to work every day. I'm only taking the piss, but yeah, I would never do the bike justice. Too heavy to take off road, too expensive to take off road. I'd end up putting it in a river and be upset. So I was like, nah, not for me, thank you. Although saying that, never say never. So then looked at the RT, and I think the RT is a lovely looking bike, and the colour blue is stunning. However, again, suffers from an image problem, and again, I'm only taking the piss, so don't shoot me. It's one of those bikes that everyone from Rossborough and I am, with a white helmet, fluorescent tabard, criticising everyone else of how they ride, seems to use. Loads of mirrors on it, and you know, but apart from that, I think in 10 years it might be the bike for me. So out of all the BMW range, I think the one that was like, yeah, ticks all the boxes for sportiness, handling, comfort, touring ability, all that sort of stuff, was this one, the XR. And sometimes I'm a big believer in fate, and the triple black was the one I wanted, and it had just been released, so I ordered it. And needless to say, I love it. I love it. It is an absolutely amazing machine. I'm still on the sort of like the running side of things, so yeah, I've got another 400 miles to do before I can safely say she's running, and I got to book her in for a service. said, I wanted to keep this short so I didn't bore people to death. But yeah, that's the reasons why I bought the S1000XR. I'm going to do other videos that will go through the TFT, all those bits and pieces, the setting up with your helmet and a nav, as I get to know him really. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Leave any comments. Probably won't listen to you. I've got to pay for the bike somehow, so see what this moto vlogging's like. But yeah, catch you later.